Well, hello, welcome to lesson 7. We're getting really close to the end of topic A. The learning target we have here is I can understand the relationship between ratios and fractions. I can understand associated ratios. That's all we got to do today. Classwork. Example 1. Which of the following correctly models that the number of red gumballs is 5 to 3, or wait, I should say 5/3 the number of white gumballs. I was talking about ratios. Now look at, I got a fraction. 5/3 the number of white gumballs. And this said, so red, I'm going to just do some writing over here. Here's a 3. If I'm going to put in my pencil here, here's a 3. And this is 3/5, okay? And then this is 3/2, and then this is 5/3, and then this is 5, 2, 4, 6, 8, 5/8. Okay, there's only one answer there. Okay, we're getting warmed up. Next one, example 2. The duration of 2 films are modeled below. Here's a 5. I'm just counting 7. Okay, the ratio of the length of film A to the length of film B, just going to write those in. The length of film A is 5/7 of the length of film B. Oh, now look at, we're going to reverse it. The length of film B, 7/5 of the length of film A. Okay, we're on this. Here's an exercise in this classwork. It says Sammy and Caden went fishing using live shrimp as bait. Sammy brought eight more shrimp than Caden brought. When they combined their shrimp, they had 32 shrimp altogether. Okay, how many shrimp did each boy bring? What's the ratio? Okay, there's a whole list of questions that we need to answer in this. Okay, so let's see what so if I have, I'm going to do my work over here. If this is Sammy and this is Caden, and it says that Sammy brought 8 more shrimp. So if these are the same number of shrimp, but then I also have this 8 more added on. So this is 8 more in addition. And when they combined their shrimp, they have a total, all of this together equals 32 shrimp in all. Okay, so I need to figure out, let's see what I need to figure out. 32, I'm going to start with what I know. I have that 32, and I'm going to take away the 8 that I know about. So then I have, there's 2, and there's 24. Okay, well, guess what? 24, if I split that evenly, because remember they have the same amount and then Sammy has 8 more. 24 divided by 2 groups is going to give me 12 per group. So I know I have 12 here and 12 here. So now I go back and read this. 12 and 12, they are identical, and 8 more. That total is 32. Yeah, we're there. How many shrimp did each boy bring? So we can say Sammy brought, so we have 12 plus 8 is 20 shrimp. And Caden brought 12. I need to just do a little bit of erasing. I know, I get in the way of myself here. 12 shrimp. Okay, so we answered that question. What is the ratio of the number of shrimp Sammy brought to the number of shrimp Caden brought? So now I'm going to just take those numbers. The ratio is 20 into 12, or I could have the word 2 in there. Express the number of shrimp Sammy brought as a fraction. I don't know why I have issues with that. Sammy brought as a fraction of the number of... Okay, so now all I'm doing is I'm putting that 20 over 12. I wonder if I need to reduce it. Do you think that... I mean, those are the numbers that we have. I could reduce. Do you remember how if we wrote it in the simplest form, we'd be reducing top and bottom by the same number? But right now I'm going to leave it. What is the ratio of the number of shrimp Sammy brought? Okay, so Sammy we have is 20 to the total number is 32. Total number of shrimp. What fraction of the total shrimp did Sammy bring? So we're going 20 over 32. And I don't think I need to reduce anything there. I'll leave that. Okay, let's go next problem and see. This is exercise 2. Food company that produces peanut butter decides to try out a new version of its peanut butter that's extra crunchy. I love extra crunchy. My family does not. Using twice the number of peanut chunks as normal. The company hosts a sampling of its new product at grocery stores and finds that 5 out of every 9 customers prefer the new extra crunchy version. So let's make a list of ratios that might be relevant for this situation. The ratio of the number preferring new extra crunchy to the total number surveyed. So it says 5 out of every 9. And I just did a ratio. The ratio of the number preferring regular crunchy. Well, so if 5 prefer the extra, that means out of a total of 9, that's 4 people like the original. So I'm going to say 4 to 9. The ratio of the number preferring regular crunchy to the number preferring, that's a 4 to 5. The ratio of the number preferring extra crunchy is 5 to the ones that just like the regular, or 4. Okay, that one, we have that covered. Food company use of, okay. The company hosts a sampling. So that's the same information we just got. So let's use the value to make multiplicative comparisons for each of the ratios we described here. The number preferring new extra crunchy is 5. Oh, this is where we're going to use the fractions. 5/9 of the total numbers surveyed. All I'm doing is the 5 like the extra crunchy, and 9 is the total number surveyed, and I'm writing it as a fraction. The number preferring regular was 4 to the total number surveyed is 9, 4/9 of the total number surveyed. The number preferring regular crunchy to those that like the extra crunchy is 4/5. The number preferring new extra crunchy to those preferring just the regular 5/4. See how this is doable. We totally do this. Okay. This one is a food company. Is it the same info? Yes. And now this is just the C part. If the company is planning to produce, wow, big quantity, 90,000 containers of crunchy peanut butter, how many of these containers should be the new extra crunchy variety, and how many should just be the regular What would be helpful in solving this problem? Does one of our comparison statements above help us? Oh, above, they just mean on the past slides or on your, right now I'm looking at page 65 in your student book. So I know that the extra crunchy to total surveyed was 9, 5 to 9. And I know that they just told me they're going to containers of crunchy. So 90,000. Okay, and we want to know how many should be the extra crunchy, right? So if I have, let me go to blue and see. So 9, what am I multiplying 9 by to get 90,000? Well, 9 times 1 is the 9. And then I'm going to throw on those 4 zeros. Oops, I'm 1 shy. 1 shy. I got to be able to count. Okay, let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. So we're talking 10,000. 10,000 times the 9 gives me 90,000. So you know what? What I do on one side, I do on the other. 10,000, 5 times 10,000 is 50,000. That's a whole lot of peanut butter. Okay. I think this is good. I think we're done with that one. Okay, into classwork. I mean, I could write that in a complete, I could say, how many should just be the regular though on that? I didn't answer that part. So I could say 40,000 containers of regular crunchy peanut butter, right? And you know what else I didn't do? I didn't put this in a sentence. 50,000 containers would make 50,000 containers of the extra crunchy peanut butter. You didn't know you were going to be writing so much in math, did you? Oh no, maybe you did last year. Okay, so you know what? That's good. We are so done. Then we're going to get ready for our problem set.